Yeah, it's okay now. And let me check it again. Okay. Yeah, it's live. It's live now. So sorry for the delay once again. We were having some technical issues. And I welcome you all to the International Conference on Economic Business, Tourism, and Social Sciences, organized by International Institute of Academic Research and Publication, known as IIARP. I am Shakir and the coordinator for this conference. And I hope all the participants already got the program schedule and other instructions for this online session. And I want to remind you that for each presentation, we will have 10 minutes and extra 3 to 4 minutes for each presenter for question and answers or suggestions or anything he or she want to ask. And after the completion of all the presentations, we will have Q&A session, question and answer session, and you can ask your question from other participants or even from me. So that will be the Q&A session. And I want to mention that those who already sent the presentations, uh, in a recording form. They do not need to send it again here for live presentation, and we will upload it to our YouTube channel. And later I will share the link. You can see it there on the YouTube channel. And those who are needed by their university institutions uh, to play their presentations here or to present it live here, they can come to present it here. And we have assessed every paper and abstract, and based on the excellent presentation, the best paper will get an award in the form of certificate. And the assessment criteria is quite simple, which include the best contents of the paper, presentation skills, time management skills, attraction of the audiences, and providing suggestions to other audiences. Hope you will enjoy this session, and we don't need to waste our time. But before that, I think it's quite necessary to introduce you with IIARP and Glovento conference, that you may know a little bit about us, that who we are and what we are doing. So for this purpose, I will share my screen. Let me check. Hmm. Is it visible to everyone? The screen is visible to everyone?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Visible on my end.
Thank you. Thank you so
yes,
much.
yes. I can see
So
it from here. I can see it from there.
IIARP, this organization, is a dynamic conglomeration of academia and professional dedicated to promoting research and innovation and making a significant global impact. Our primary objective is to unite researchers and professionals from around the world fostering an intellectual development and facilitating opportunities for networking and collaboration. Our association organizations actively engage in various academic activities such as networking events, meetings, conferences, workshops, research projects, scholarships, and many more. Additionally, we are committed to publishing cutting-edge research publications, papers, and recognizing outstanding achievements through academic awards and scholarships. These are some of our associates, which include Glovento Conference, Teller and Francis for supporting IIARP for publication, and for media, Conference Alert 360. So what we basically do is IIARP is involved in world-class networking and national conferences and academic journals publications. And IIARP is well known worldwide for organizing conferences and other academic scientific activities in different countries such as Bangladesh, Egypt, India, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Nepal, Nigeria, Philippines, Russia, Singapore, and many other countries. Sorry. Okay, so let me move ahead. So here, the conference participants will having opportunities in terms of publications. Your abstracts will be published in the conference abstracts proceedings and F1000 research website, which is a journal of Teller and Francis. And this proceedings will be published with ISSN number and DOI. And the author can also get the opportunity to publish their extended abstract e-poster presentations slides with the DOI in the conference proceeding. You can also publish your manuscript with a DOI in a journal, in an international peer-reviewed journal indexed by Google Scholar and Dolge. We also provide an opportunity to the author to publish their paper in Scopus and Web of Science journals such as ESCI and even SCI and SCI journals. So we recommend to every participants to publish or to submit their paper to F1000 research. Later, I will explain what is this journal and how it works. It is a journal of Teller and Francis. It is open access Q1 Scopus Q1 journal, and we strongly recommend that you can submit your paper with us in this journal. Why we recommend your manuscript to be submitted in this journal? Because IIARP has a publication gateway on the website of F1000 Research. And what's that gateway? It is an open research publication hub that is dedicated to publishing a research rapidly and in a more transparent manner. Here is the website. You can note it, and later you can check our gateway on F1000 Research website. This is the simple process when you want to submit your paper to F1000 Research. It is not like a traditional journal that when you submit your manuscript and you know nothing about your manuscript, what will happen. Here, the situation is quite different. When you submit your paper, you need to also submit the data, associated data that is associated with your manuscript. You need to publish that data in a research repository, and then you will be invited to give them some reviewers, as at least five reviewers, relevant reviewers in your field. And once two of the reviewers accept your paper after revision, it means your paper is now going to be indexed in Scopus Q1 database. So that's quite simple process. If you are really interested in knowing more about this publication in F1000 research journal, we will guide you more in a more detailed way. This is very important for you because some things are not very simple, such as related to reviewer criteria and data publication and other things a bit not known to everyone. So we can guide you in detail how to submit your paper to F1000 research. This is how it looks like when you publish your paper here and two of the reviewers accept your paper. So it will be looking like this. It is approved by two reviewers and now it's going to be indexed in Scopus Q1. Yeah. So these all are some of the requirements for publishing an F1000 research, such as your paper should be original and not plagiarized. At least one author should be a qualified researcher. The articles must be in English and in a clear English, and it need to meet some standard criteria in terms of ethical guidelines, and you need to have ethical approval statement, and you need to have data availability statement, and you need to have at least 5 reviewers provided to the journal for your manuscript. These are some of the examples of publications done by IIARP for our conference participants. These are just few examples. We have published a lot through our conferences for our conference participants. You can explore more about our previous conferences by visiting to our website www.iiarp.org, and you can explore more opportunities and things regarding publication. These are some of our online conferences previously happened throughout the world in different times. Yeah. So one thing more I want to mention that IIARP wanna go paperless, and we need to save paper, save environment. So everything related, such as your proceeding and certificate, you will get it in soft copies through your email. And this is a good initiative taken by Glevente Conference as well as IIARP. So you will get all the things related to your conference participation. You will get it through email. That's all. Thank you so much. And yeah, so now we will move to the session. And for the session, I'm coming toward the schedule. Let me come to the schedule. And regarding the schedule, the first paper ID is, I will just mention the last 3 digits of the paper ID and your paper title and the presenter name. And once I call your paper ID and your paper title with your name, you please come to share your screen with your PPT and start presenting your paper. So the first presenter is paper ID 814, and the paper title is Paradigm Conflicts in Organizational Research, to be presented by Severin Hornem. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Are you available?
I'm available. Yes, no problem for the name. That actually was quite good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So you can share your screen and start presenting your paper.
Okay, you can see my screen now?
Yeah, it's visible, I think.
And you can also, okay, so first of all, thank you very much. Also, thank you very much for accommodating me to present first. I'm presenting to you from Austria, and it's very early where I am. It's almost 5 o'clock in the morning, and I will have to catch a train later today. That's why I'm a little bit in a hurry. And if I have to leave at some point, it's not because I'm not interested, but it's really because I need to catch a train. Still, I'm very happy to talk to you today about this paper, Paradigm Conflicts in Organizational Research, and I feel it is kind of educational. It's a conceptual paper, and I hope it gives a good overview over different streams in organizational research. And as the organizers ask us to be very brief, that is what I'm trying to do. So I give you a short version. So you can, my slide has changed, has it? So the slide
Let me check. Yeah, it's okay. You can go ahead with these
Okay.
slides. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So meta theory of scientific paradigms is used to analyze controversies in the broader field of management organizational studies. My focus will be on the field of critical management studies, which you may have heard, and I will distinguish 4 areas of conflict by their degree and location, and I'll show you the model later. These 3 conflicts, the evidence debate between critical management scholars and post-positive functionalist or evidence-based management, the performativity debate within critical management studies, which is about opposition versus collaboration with management, the managerialism debate as a kind of a secession, a break-off of more radical streams within critical management studies, and finally, what I call the ideology debate, influence of critical management studies on related fields, here especially the field of work organizational psychology, which is my own field. And so I tried to give a critical meta-analytical analysis on the driving forces of these paradigm dynamics, and I will only be able to be very brief here. What I think is a contribution is that it supports self-reflexive scholarship and a better understanding of scholars, especially of young scholars, to navigate organizational research as a pluralistic, but also as an ideologically contested field, a territory of social science. So scientific paradigms were introduced by Thomas Kuhn, as you may know, the philosopher of science, as frameworks that are shared by groups of scholars organizing the widely accepted assumption theories, models, concepts, results, and so on. So paradigm dynamics, often we talk about incommensurability. That means scholars in different paradigms basically cannot talk to each other. They're antagonistically opposed, but also integration. One paradigm is subsumed under the other one, or dissolution. Paradigms basically dissolve. Paradigm one is hegemonial, where there's a pluralism of paradigms. So a lot of dynamics here. In organizational research, the classic taxonomy is by Borrell and Morgan, and they distinguish 4 fields, functionalist, interpretive, radical structuralist, and radical humanist paradigms along 2 dimensions, whether they have an underlying theory society based on regulation or conflict, and whether social science is concerned with objectives versus subjective realities. And this taxonomy has been revised several times. So one variation that's current today would distinguish post-positivist, interpretive, critical, and postmodern approaches. And I could lay this out much more in detail, but I don't have the time for this. However, I do have a short version of my paper submitted to the conference, and you may read up on this. So critical management studies is what I focus on, this pluralistic umbrella paradigm, and it's a critical form of management research that challenges traditional management research by providing alternative approaches, unorthodox methodologies that are critical of management. They're rooted in critical thinking, in the sociological theory, and they emphasize inequalities, power relations, social justice, and all. So this is the model that I will briefly run through with you today. Distinguishing degree of conflicts, first or second degree, fundamental or foundational. The one do not challenge paradigm boundaries, the other one introduce new paradigm boundaries, and the other dimension would be external versus internal. So do these conflicts reach across paradigm boundaries, or are they contained within a paradigm? So The evidence debate I already mentioned is about proponents of critical management studies versus evidence-based management, performativity debate within the paradigm of critical management studies. The question is how far do we collaborate or see conflict with management? The managerial debate, the break-offs, the secession of more radical streams as a form of paradigm disintegration, and finally, the ideology debate, the dissemination of the critical paradigm into other fields. Very briefly, a summary of these four debates or field of conflict. As I said, evidence-based management you may have heard of. It's a functionalist movement trying to improve management practices by better systematic use of management research. On the other hand, critical management studies is more critical of management. So there's a conflict versus one trying to be useful to management, the other are actually critiquing management. So that is the core conflict. The second one, as mentioned, this performativity debate. The question is how far should critical management studies collaborate with management? How much compromise should they make in improving working conditions versus radically criticizing management? So there's been a lot of dissent within the field and a lot of publications on this, the questions, what is performativity and how should critical management position itself? The materialism debate is basically, you could say, an extension of this, but in a more radical way that certain partitions actually try to break away from critical management studies, basically rejecting critical management as only interpretative, hermeneutic, and not really critical, and introducing new streams such as critical management theory or Marxist management theory based on labor process theory. And finally, this ideological debate, basically importing this critical paradigm into adjacent fields, and here the field of critical work organization psychology, which has in the last few years, positioned itself as a new paradigm shaped by critical influences, both within psychology as well as social science more broadly. And well, I could tell you a little bit more about this if we had more time, but let's just briefly review what I just told you today. This model, if that's kind of the core message of my presentation, these four quadrants of paradigm conflicts within, external, internal, within, and across paradigm boundaries, and challenging paradigm boundaries or not challenging those, or kind of cementing those. And these paradigm dynamics are here called paradigm delineation, differentiation, disintegration, and dissemination. So wrapping it up very briefly, I believe that this meta theory or meta theorizing in scientific paradigms is a useful framework to chart the intellectual landscape, the territory of interdisciplinary and the paradigmatic field of management and organizational research, and also to predict future developments within this heterogeneous field. All the four types of conflicts that I presented today warrant further analysis. However, the most open and the most interesting, in my view, is the last one, this ideology debate, basically because a new paradigm is here introduced, also because it's the field that myself I am in, so I'm particularly interested in this. Now, a few more paradigm trajectories or dynamics could be speculated about. For example, is the new paradigm gaining independence from the mainstream? Does it dissolve or transform the mainstream from within in the form of integration? Does it collapse, or does it fragment into different kind of fringe paradigms? So these trajectories can actually be distinguished and can be speculated about, but in the end, we will have to see how this further develops. All trajectories are possible, are plausible, but well, let's see what happens in this field. So that was as briefly as I could make it to you. I also want to say thank you for your interest. Maybe there's like one last, you may have heard of the famous physicist Max Planck. And this, I want to end with a quote by him here, who says, "A new scientific truth does not triumph by convincing its opponent and making them see the light, but rather because its opponents eventually die and a new generation grows up that is familiar with it." And what I want to say with this here is that, especially, I I'm directing this presentation, especially at young scholars who may have a new view on the field of organizational research, and who can, with this, equipped with this knowledge, maybe better position themselves and also better understand the ideological and epistemological heterogeneity that this field actually has. With this, I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have if we have time for that. And so thanks again for your interest and attention.
Thank you. Thank you so much for presenting your paper. And we will have Q&A session at the end of the session. And you can ask your question or offer your suggestions.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure I can be there. As you said, I may have to catch a train, but I'll be with you as long as I can. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so we move to the next presenter, and let me check the schedule I received. Okay, so the next presenter, is per I see in my schedule, is the paper ID 804. Machine learning for cybersecurity ransomware detection with SVM, to be presented by Vera Zanorome Anseri Beni Zakaria. Are you available?
Yeah, sure. I'm available.
Thank you so much. Please go ahead with your screen sharing.
Okay, let me set up for a second. Can you see my screen?
It's still not visible. Yeah, it's good now.
Okay. So let's start again. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, very good. Fine day to everybody here. So my name is Vera. So today I will be presenting about our research about machine learning for cybersecurity ransomware detection with SDM. Okay, this is the title of our research, and we are three authors. We from Cybersecurity Malaysia, or cybersecurity agency in Malaysia. Okay. First and foremost, what is a ransomware? So this research is about ransomware, which is a kind of malware that is attacking the systems and do massive file encryption to the systems, and it's holding us from taking control into our that files and data, and of course make the organization fall down with their operation. Okay, so this is the definition of ransomware. Cryptographic ransomware is involving the malware do the file encryption towards all the users' data, and after that the malware will demand some amount of ransom of the victim. So, so 10 to 15 years ago, we have been attacked by ransomware. So there are a lot of incidents around the globe. This is an example of a ransomware stream. So in this stream, there is a extortion ransom note that is asking the victim to pay the amount of ransom in order to get back their access to the file. So this is the list of sectors, industries that are mostly affected by ransomware. So a lot of sectors, the government, education, healthcare, services, technology, manufacturing, retail, and finance. All these sectors are being attacked by ransomware all around the world. This is a simple statistics about ransomware attack. It visualized for us that the ransomware attacks is rising. So from time to time, it keeps on rising, attacking all the countries in the world. This is some of the ransomware incidents that is happening in Malaysia previously. So, for example, this is airline, Malaysian airline. Sandy Bank also has been attacked by ransomware. So these are all some of the previous evidence of ransomware incidents in Malaysia. So this is the ransomware infection stages. It involves 5 main stages. So from the stage that the malware exploit and get into the computers, and later taking control of it and do the extortion part in order to ask the victim to pay the ransom to get back access to the files. Okay, so in the malware research domain, so there are researchers that is building solutions in order to do ransomware detection. So we can see there is a growing interest in using machine learning approach in order to do ransomware detection. So for example, in machine learning, we have a lot of machine learning algorithms, machine learning models. So one of it that we study in this research is we use the support factor machine in order to classify between benign program, which is a good program, and a ransomware program. So SBVM has been proven by a few researchers that it has a good promising result in order to detect ransomware. Okay, so API calls is being used in this study. It's one of the features that we selected in order to train the SVM model in order to classify the between benign programs and ransomware programs. Okay, these are a few examples of API calls. Create file W, write file, create and click. This call technically being used by the ransomware program on Windows operating system in order to carry out their attacking. These are the results of our research. So what we can see, we have studied 5 models, classifier models. SPM has been proven to have the highest accuracy among the 5. And these are the 2 positive rate and 4 positive rates of the SPM and all the other 5 classifiers. So conclusion, what we can say that is machine learning is a good approach to train computer models in order to do ransomware detection. And not to be forgotten, also there are a lot more other interesting models like random forest, ensemble, clone neighbor, mutant trees that also can be used, can be do further research and can be used to detect ransomware. So that's all for me. So if have any questions, then feel free to ask.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas and presenting your paper. So now I think we will move to the next presenter, and if other participants having questions or suggestions, they can come to the Q&A session and we will attend the session later. Yeah, thank you. And I'm coming toward the next presenter. And the next presenter paper ID is 806, and the paper title is Transformative Technologies in the Delivery of Social Welfare Services of Municipality of Palau, Zambales, and Innovative Research, to be presented by Dan Gabriel B. Paradisa. Are you available?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yes, please go ahead with your screen sharing.
Good morning. My study is transformative technologies in the delivery of social welfare services of the municipality of Palawig, Zambales, an innovative approach. My biography. Dan Gabriel B. Paradesa, MPA, is the youngest elected Sangguniang Bayan member in Zambales, where he actively applies his expertise in public administration as a faculty member of the College of Accountancy, Business Administration, and Public Administration at President Ramon Magsaysay State University. He teaches and mentors students in the field of public administration and also pursuing a doctorate in public administration at the University of Perpetual Help System Daltas, reflecting his commitment to advancing knowledge and practice in local governance. This study highlights several key themes. First, it provides an overview of current practices and constraints and gaps in digital literacy, explored transformative technologies that could revolutionize these practices, and assess stakeholder readiness for change. The findings indicate also that technology can significantly enhance efficacy, accessibility, and communication, though challenges persist. The recommended focusing on capacity building to improve digital literacy, fostering collaboration among stakeholders, adopting user-centered designs, and developing robust policy frameworks by implementing these recommendations and effectively integrate technology into social welfare, fostering greater inclusivity and efficiency. Palawig Zambales' socio-economic challenges and the importance of social welfare services, particularly the assistance to individuals in crisis programs, or what we call IICs, and transformative technologies as potential solutions to enhance service delivery. The study aims to understand current practices and identify the barriers and explore innovative solutions through technology integration, and the relevance of the research to stakeholders and its potential to inform policy decisions and improve service delivery outcomes in the delivery of AICs in the municipality of Palawig. The statement of the problem. First, what are the current practices and procedures involved in delivering AICs in Palawig, Zambales? What are the primary challenges and barriers hindering the effective implementation of AICs program in the municipality? How can transformative technologies be leveraged to enhance the delivery and accessibility of AIC services in Palawig, Zambales? And what are the perceptions, attitudes, and readiness of stakeholders, including social welfare practitioners, local government officials, and community members towards the integration of technology in AIC's program? The methodology. The study utilized a qualitative research design to deeply explore the topic within the locale of Palawig, Zambales. It employed purposive sampling to select participants who can provide valuable insights. Data collection was carried out through email interviews, allowing for detailed and thoughtful responses. And to analyze the data, a semi-structured interviews was used, which helped extract nuanced themes and patterns relevant to the research objectives. And this methodology ensured a comprehensive understanding of the subject matter. Thematic analysis of responses from various stakeholders highlighted unanimous agreement on the potential advantages of integrating technology in social welfare service delivery, such as enhanced accessibility and efficiency. Nonetheless, challenges such as funding constraints, technological literacy, and cultural norms emerge as a significant barriers to implementation. And the four themes that emerged were current practices and procedures involved, challenges and barriers, transformative technologies, perceptions, attitude, and readiness. Respondents mentioned the benefits of using technology solutions over traditional approaches to social welfare services delivery. Technology providers emphasize features like increased efficiency, better accessibility, wider audience reach, and real-time data collection. And this supports the idea that technology can simplify processes and reach marginalized groups and offer assistance. Second theme is the challenges and barriers. Residents, community leaders, local government officials, and social welfare practitioners identified various challenges hindering the effective implementation of social welfare programs. And these challenges included funding, delayed release of funds, access to technology, and the need for improved communication channels. Despite acknowledging the advantages of technology, concerns about its ease of use, reliability, and inclusivity were common among respondents. Third theme is transformative technologies. While residents showed openness to using technology for accessing social welfare services, they also stressed the importance of user interfaces and proper education on technology usage. Community leaders recognize technology's role in communication and information sharing, stressed tech use and educational efforts as essential. And local government officials acknowledge the potential of technologies, pointed out challenges related to infrastructure development, funding availability, and technical expertise. Social workers stressed the importance of considering how technology is integrated to ensure that everyone is included and that data security is maintained. The last theme is perceptions, attitude, and readiness. Companies that provide technology solutions for social welfare programs have demonstrated implementations highlighting the significance of involving stakeholders, clear communication, and addressing concerns about data security. Thus, the results emphasize the value of teamwork, skill development, and designing solutions with users in mind to encourage the use of technology in delivering social welfare services. The findings underscore both the recognition of technology's benefits in social welfare services and the challenges that must be addressed, including knowledge gaps and concerns about privacy and security. Stakeholders' varying levels of readiness highlight the importance of proactive measures such as skills development and policy establishment to promote technology adoption. Additionally, prioritizing user-centric design principles and fostering collaboration among government bodies, tech companies, community leaders, and social welfare professionals are crucial for leveraging technology effectively in advancing social welfare and promoting inclusive development. On the end, this paper recommends in creating a guideline for integrating transformative technology in the delivery of social welfare services, particularly the AICs in the municipality of Palawig. It recommends strengthening of skills, building relationship, policy development, user-focused design, and research and assessment. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much for presenting your paper. And we will have Q&A session, and others can ask the questions at the end. So now let me proceed to the next presenter. And that's paper ID 815. The paper title is The Role of Risk Mapping in Guiding the Internal Editor's Intervention and Plan, to be presented by Ikram Abihar. Are you available? 815. Paper ID 815. Are you available? Ikram. From the University Kadi Ayat Marrakech, Morocco. Are you available? 815. Paper ID 815. Ikram. I think maybe not available, so we will move to the next presenter. And the next presenter is paper ID 818. The paper title is Proposal for an Eyewitness Report Requesting System to Prevent False Accusation, to be presented by Subesa Nishijama. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Are you available? 818. Paper ID 818. Paper ID 818. Okay, this also not available. Maybe he or she already sent the video PPT, and our team already uploaded, or maybe uploading later to our YouTube channel. So we will move to the next presenter, and the paper ID is 822. The paper title is Connected Rooms, a system of connecting rooms and people through 3D reconstruction, to be presented by Jiyuan Fan.
Yes, here I am.
Are you available? Please go
Yes.
ahead with your screen sharing. 822.
Okay. Now sharing. Is this screen available?
Yeah, let me check. Yeah, it's visible. Please go ahead with your PPT.
Oh. Okay. I'm not sure if the correct screen is displayed.
Yeah, it's still okay, I think.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Fan Zhiyuan, and I am from Department of Information Sciences and Arts from Toyo University, Saitama, Japan. And today I'm here to present my recent project, Connected Rooms, a system for connecting rooms and people through 3D reconstruction. This year's remote work and remote collaboration have become increasingly common. And since COVID-19 pandemic, many people are many people are using remote work every day, and there are some problems on traditional 2D collaboration tools, and it doesn't meet today's standard, such as we are using Zoom right now, and Zoom is a traditional collaboration tool, but nowadays we have much more computational power on our mobile devices, so we think we can use this power to make something more convenient for everyone. So here is the background. Remote collaboration in virtual environments. Remote collaboration or telework began to gain popularity with the advent of the internet and email. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, remote work has become more common. And nowadays, many people are using them every day. And during the COVID-19, virtual environment-based collaboration tools have also become increasingly popular, such as Meta Meeting Room. And also, capture environment in 3D is also really popular nowadays. But it was originated in mid-19th century with stereoscopic photography, and it was advanced through computer technology. We have many recent advancements on algorithms for reconstructing 3D data. And due to increased computational power and machine learning, now we can process this 3D data in real time, even on mobile devices. So here's the system overview. My system is divided to two parts, client part and server part. Server part is for 3D environment data exchange, and the client part will use P2P connection to transfer real-time audio video user status through WebRTC. And here's how the WebRTC part works. WebRTC part has a handshake part on the server and have a P2P connection part on client. So the server will receive a room code and handshake data from the client. And if the room code is in database and the room code is not expired, it will proceed. But if no, it will create a new room code and store it to the database and along with the user's handshake data. And if any user want to connect to this room, this server will help them to get other users' handshake data. So users can connect peer-to-peer with each other. And then is on the server side, we have a 3D reconstruction pipeline. User will use their phone to record a video of their room. And this recorded video will be uploaded to the server, and the server will use FFmpeg to split the video into pictures. And then OpenMVG will extract SFM structure from motion data from these pictures. And the last step, MeshLab will create textured mesh from this SFM data. So here's a screenshot of my application, my client application on my phone. User can use their smartphones to record a video of their room. And user can also prepare their own video 3D model and upload it to the server using the web interface. This application will also take a load on streaming RGB data to peer, which we'll explain later. Here is where this RGBD data take place, and this RGBD data is for RGB is for video data, and D is for depth. So since we scanned this room is static. But if we have a real-time depth data, so we can overlay a RGB view, real-time RGB and depth view into this static place. So since in front of user's camera, sorry, I forgot to turn on my webcam. So since in front of user's camera will be displayed in real time with depth, with this depth overlay step. And I don't know why, but this video can, yes. And this final application will work like a portal to the other room. When viewed from user's own room, the user can see the room they are in as well as the other room beyond the door. This is achieved through stencil rendering. Additionally, the user can see other users in the other room and their real-time actions, which is achieved via the depth data overlay and P2P connection. So here are some benefits from using this system. First one is compared to actual in-person communication, there are no transportation costs, or you don't need any transportation time. And compared to traditional 2D online meetings, you can have a face-to-face, even body-to-body conversations compared to Zoom or other traditional 2D online meeting services. And you can visit the room and feel as if you are in the room of the person you are calling. So here are some new approaches in this project to make us reach better remote collaboration. First one is user can easily capture their room video with their smartphone, and server will take the part to process the video into 3D model. And user can view the environment in real time, enables sharing of real-time actions in virtual spaces. And it merges virtual and real worlds for natural communication. And here's virtual research. In virtual research, we can still improve the reconstruction quality by upgrading the server and 3D reconstruction pipeline, and also explore more ways to capture room data, such as using VR headsets, cameras, and sensors. And we will also make the system more accessible to users with different devices, such as an Android phone or other devices like an AR glass or something. The process of manually align the 3D reconstructed room with the real room is still manually, but in future research, I think we can automate it by using algorithms. So here is my presentation. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much for sharing your research, and we will have Q&A session. If other participants having questions, please keep it noted and we will come to the Q&A session later and you can ask or discuss. Okay, thank you so much. So let me proceed to the next presenter. And the next presenter is the paper ID 431. The paper title is Assessing the Health Services of Correctional Institute for Women in the Philippines, a Situational Analysis, to be presented by Zednisi Ematon. Are you available? 413. 413. Paper ID 413. 413. Paper ID 413. Are you available? 413. Assessing the health services of the Correctional Institute for Women in the Philippines, a situational analysis. Ematon from the University of Cordilleras, Baguio City, Philippines. I think he's absent, or maybe he or she already sent the video PPT, and our team will upload it to our YouTube channel. So I will move to the next presenter. The second last is per I see in my schedule, 828, paper ID 828. The paper title is Diagnosing the Influence of Artificial Intelligence Applications in the Human Resource Information System Design, to be presented by Bob Barrett. Are you available? 828, paper ID 828. Paper ID 828. 828. 413828. 413. 413. 828. Absent. Okay. I'm asking my team 828, same person, 828, 829. Okay. If this is the case, then I think we will have the last presentation. Paper ID 829, the paper title is Creating Intergenerational Workforce Team to Strengthen Collaboration and Technological Inquiry in an Age of Artificial Intelligence and Changing Workflow and Crisis Management, to be presented again by Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob, available? Hello, paper ID 829. 829 seems to be absent. 829 absent. Okay, so yeah, so I think all of them already sent their video, and our team is now uploading to the YouTube channel. So I think all the live presentations are done. And yes, so
Speaker.
sorry.
Excuse me. Yes, excuse me. I got the presentation schedule, but you didn't call 3 paper on the schedule.
What's your paper ID?
There are paper ID
The last three
4,
digits.
3,
Can you please tell me the last
435.
435?
Yes, there are 435. Yes.
435.
Yes, the paper ID is IIEBT SDPS 220924435.
435. Let me check.
Yes.
435. the schedule. I'm checking. Please just give me a minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
My team say that you choose for the video, sending a video, not presenting live. So that's why we didn't include it here. If you still wanna present it, you can go ahead with your screen sharing.
Okay, so I will present it at the
Yeah,
moment.
please go ahead with your screen sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, this is my screen. So I will introduce myself and my paper before. My name is Professor Dr. Panoneung Sutatna Ayutthaya from Thailand, and my field is linguistic. The name of my paper is Equivalent Translation of the Cultural Words for Local Cultural Tourism Communication. For the background of the studies, it's from that the tourism industry is one of the most important sectors of Thailand and Thai economies. So we would like to promote the communication of the cultural products based on the tourism economics. So this research is aimed to examine and to select the equivalent translation of the cultural word to develop local cultural tourism communication, and the technique that we use is called the bidirectional translation method. The cultural words used in this study were obtained from words used to describe the local cultural products and service of the local entrepreneurs in Thailand. The products include the local food and desserts, clothes, local products, cultural attraction, and the cultural activities. And this picture is the example of the local product that we select the word to describe this product and translate it to the foreign country using the technique that we call the bidirectional translation technique. The research objective, the first one, to examine and select the equivalent translation of cultural words using the bidirectional translation method, and to develop the local cultural tourism communication social medias. For the methods, we start the first one is to select the equivalent translation of the cultural word. For the process is that when we got the cultural words in Thai language, the translator of the target language will independently translate the item bidirectionally, and then compare the results to obtain the most equivalent items. The process of the bidirectional translation includes the process of the native speaker of each language that we would like to translate, will act to translate from source language in Thai to the target language, and then from the target language back to the source language. And if this word can be translated back exactly, the translation word will be selected as the bidirectional equivalent translation and will be used in the next step. The translator will independently translate the item and then compare the result to obtain the most equivalent items. For the results, after we use the bidirectional translation method, we got a number of the bidirectional equivalent word. And this one, we summarize the problem that we got from the translation. Because from the translation, the word consists of the word that describe the community foods, tourism attraction, traditional dressing, and community products. So the problem that we got is that the word, for example, the word to describe the food, if the food consists of the local ingredients, there is a problem to translate from Thai to the other language. So we have to try to find the word that have the most equivalent meaning to the target language. This is a summary of the result. So for the conclusion and discussion, a number of the equivalent translation of the cultural word obtained from the present study can be implied that there is a can be implied that it is difficult to get the equivalent translation between words in any two language or more than two language, which are absolutely identical in the meanings. However, for the studies of many languages, the process to get the equivalent translation word should be investigated in the different aspects. That's on the purpose of the translation study and the purpose to use the word that will be in the translation process. So, thank you very much. This is the end of my presentation.
Thank you so much for sharing your research. And I think this is the last one. Is there anyone else whose name is by mistake not mentioned in the schedule and whose paper is not mentioned in the schedule? Is there anyone else? And sorry for not putting your paper here in the schedule because we thought that you were just sending your video for uploading to the YouTube. Yeah.
Thank you.
So let me check. I think these are all the presenters is per I see in my schedule. And if there is anyone else who think that he or she yet didn't present his or her paper can tell me now. And we are now open for the Q&A session, and you can ask each other if you have some questions noted, or if you want to offer your suggestions to other researchers, or if you have your own observations or comments or something else for other papers. So we can now have a Q&A session. And beside asking questions regarding the papers or researches, you can also ask questions regarding conferences, papers, certificates, proceedings, and about publications in Scopus, in peer review, international journals, and other things from IIARP. And I will be here to answer you about all these questions. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have, I think, just 8 participants left. And if you have any question regarding other participants' papers or researches, or if you want to ask other things regarding papers, publications, or IIARP, I'm here to respond the question. Thank you.
Well, I've one very brief question, if you don't mind. You said you will put the other presentation, they will be put up on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. The other presentations are in the video form, and there are 2-3 formats. One is that you come to present it live on Zoom, and some participants just want to send their PPTs already presented in video, and we upload it to our YouTube channel. I will share the YouTube channel link here. Let me share.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Here. I'm sharing in the chat box. You can please copy from here. Here is the video link for our YouTube channel. You can check it here, or I can also even post our Facebook page link for the future information if you want to know about IIARP and upcoming opportunities. Here is the link. Please go here, follow and like it, that you can get the up-to-date information from our Facebook page. So this is our Facebook page. Also, I want to share my WhatsApp number, and once you add me, I will add you to our WhatsApp group, and you can get information regarding future activities, conferences, and other academic activities. Here is the WhatsApp number, 3796 3849 3796 3849. Yeah, this is my number. Please add this number to your WhatsApp, and I will add you to our WhatsApp group, and hopefully you will get some good information for your papers and for other opportunities in coming future. Yeah, so that's all from my side, and I hope you all enjoyed this today's session. And yes, so if you want to publish your paper, please let us know. We have a couple of options, such as submitting to F1000 research. There is a Q1 Scopus Journal, Taylor and Francis Journal. And if you are really serious to submit here, we will provide our detailed guidance how to submit it here and how to proceed with the publication in this journal. We also have some international peer-reviewed journals indexed by some other small databases. So you can also submit your papers in all other journals. And we also can submit your papers or help you submit in ESCI. There is a Web of Science indexation database. We can also submit your papers there. So please let us know. And after this session, you will get the soft copies of your certificates, participating certificates in your proceedings through your email, and you will also get the best award. We will decide later who will get that award because our reviewers already reviewed your papers and your PPTs. So we will let you know about that. And if any other question, you can ask me here. I'm available, and I will try to answer and let you know. Thank you. We have just 5 participants remain in this session. Yeah.
Maybe one last question. So thank you for all of this. I just submitted an abstract and an extended one, and you will keep in touch with me on this, right? You will publish this as agreed, and I don't have to do anything.
Yeah. So please, you can also add my WhatsApp if you use WhatsApp. I don't know whether you are using WhatsApp or not. You can add my WhatsApp, or you can even, this is our email. I will share info at the rate of IIARP.
Everybody's using Signal these days, so but I can use WhatsApp too.
You can use WhatsApp. Very good.
But actually, everybody switched to Signal by now. So, but yeah, I also have WhatsApp. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all that information.
Yeah. So this is also email. You can. Sorry, this is wrong. Info at the rate of IIARP.
But this is also the one that you send us the email from, right?
This is our official email, and you can communicate through this email, and you will get your certificates and other stuffs through this email. From our side. And thank you so much for participating in today's conference. And I hope to see you next in our upcoming events and other academic activities, such as we also organize workshops and many other things. So you can have the opportunity to join us again.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. So that's enough for our, please. Do you have a question?
Yes, sir. When should we expect the certificates to be sent?
You will receive it today or maximum tomorrow.
Yes, sir. I'm just curious because this is my first conference. This is the first conference I've attended.
You're welcome, and you are welcome to our upcoming activities and conferences as well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so that's all from our side, and hope to see you again. And please keep in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for this experience.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.